Hi, Kev here from Prompt Parts. We're just going to go through the process for replacing a water pump on a Johnson Evinrude V6 outboard motor. We've got the gear case here. I've already removed the water pump off the gear case. The old water pump's showing some signs of wear. The impeller's got a strong set to it. We've decided in this instance we're going to replace the whole pump. The base plate's got a fair bit of wear on the bottom, and internally there's a bit of wear. The seal around the water pump housing's flattened off. It's very important for the sealing of the pump that we've got a good flat area on the base of the water pump. The seal here has got to seal hard against it because the pump's a displacement pump at low speed, so we want to make sure when it goes back together that we've got a pump that seals properly. So in this instance we've got a new water pump repair kit that's suitable for this engine. There is several pumps depending on the engine, so you need to use the model number of the engine to identify the correct water pump. The water pump repair kit comes with very good instruction sheet, so if you're not familiar with it, it can go through and show you the process of assembling that water pump. Here we've got all the new parts for the water pump: new impeller, new base plate, insert, seals, O-rings, all the things we need to actually assemble the water pump back together so we've got a nice fresh new water pump. You'll also need a contact adhesive, a 3M product 847. Adhesive M, it's commonly called in our trade. You can get that from Prompt Parts. Just make sure there's a vent here in this cavity. We need to make sure that there's no debris in there that can restrict that. There we've got the cup in place in the housing, we've got the seal installed. We won't get too carried away with that until that tacks off. Water tube grommet's got a taper in there to be guided into the water tube. That's installed with the taper facing up. Now we'll assemble the top cover, top seal for the around the dry shaft on the top of the So we've got the grommet inside there for the water tube. This is installed on the top. Let's get a screwdriver to put that together. For this engine, all the parts are supplied to suit different shaft length engines, so there'll be some components that you won't use. If it was a long shaft engine, 20-inch shaft, you would use that. 25-inch shaft length engine uses this adapter, and there's also an adapter here for a 30-inch shaft engine, so some of the parts you won't need. The next process is sealing the base plate on the gear case. Gasket sealing compound, I actually like to use that product on there, the seal. This is an important area that needs to be right. We've got the base plate installed, sealed up. That's not going to leak and cause any issues. Water pump impeller, or drive key as it's referred to. Got the flat on the drive shaft, That's going to drive the water pump impeller. Drive shaft turns in a clockwise rotation, so the O-ring actually seals the base of the water pump around the drive shaft, but we use that to locate the drive key. And we've got the seal around the housing of the water pump. It's sitting in there good. We want to put a bit of lube. Soap's probably the right thing to use here, but for the sake of just a bit of lube in there to help install it. So the water pump impeller, it'll only go on one way. So that's the top of it. It's going to go down over the drive shaft in that direction. So we've got it installed. We just want to make sure that we position the impeller in the housing so it lines up with our keyway when we slide that down over it. Simple as that. A little bit of grease on the threads just to make sure that the next time it's being serviced it comes to pieces nicely. Comes with the lube for the drive shaft, so you just open that up, smear a bit of high temp moly on the splines, making sure not just around the splines, not on the top of the shaft itself. That's it. Then we'll go on just to check the shift rod height to make sure that's correct for the engine in case we've altered it through the job. That's it.